right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is now February 28th, 2022. Wow. We made it. 2 months down, 10 months to go. The world's gone. What a crazy, crazy time. But it's been a fun time if you're a trader. We're getting these crazy volatile swings here. And man, oh man, oh man. So don't fear this volatility. If you're a trader, you just want to embrace it, structure your trade. Remember, I had a discussion on the Patreon group yesterday with the one-on-one coaching. And basically, we discussed risk profile, right? And especially how to, during these times, you want to trade the system, structure it, don't fear it, set up your trades properly, manage them, and lock in those gains. Remember, if you're a trader, it's all about your P&L report, right? At the end of the week, what's your P&L report? How much did you make? How much did you lose? Track your trade, know exactly what's working, what's not working. The 50-day trading system, which I'm sharing with you, it's pretty simple. Does it work all the time? No. But does it work the majority of the time? Yes. All right. So again, real good. I'm expecting an epic. I think that the stage this week on the S&P 500, we are going to witness some amazing, epic swings this week. So again, I don't know which way it's going to go. And a lot to cover here. We do have the FMOC. The Feds are speaking a lot. Not the FMOC. We have the testimonials this week. So let's dive into it. I'm going to show you my screen here. So we'll see. But welcome. Everybody's just coming in. We got my West Coast waking up. Welcome and good morning. All right, so let's check it out. So what do we got? So straight off the bat, just know the schedule here. I'm gonna make it a little bigger for you guys. We have a lot of information. PMI this morning 9:45. We have a Fed president today speaking 10:30. Tomorrow we have manufacturing. I think on Wednesday. Good morning. What's up, Skates? What's up? Good morning to you. Good morning. On Wednesday. All right, this is where we're going to have to pay attention. 10 a.m. Wednesday. We got Fed Chairman Powell and Bullard, very hawkish, and Powell speaking, doing a testimony to Congress. Okay, so what is he going to say there? Okay, and I'll give you a couple of suggestions that I think that he might say. But again, we got jobless claims, and we have, what else do we have? Chairman Powell continues on Friday. Non-farm payrolls, okay, unemployment rate. So we have those are the big ones for this week. So a lot of data, a lot of macroeconomic data coming out this week. You want to pay attention to that's going down. Now, I did write on my Patreon page as far as certain things that I think are going to be super valuable. I believe that the big day would be ADP numbers, right? And that's going to be on Wednesday. So ADP employment report, plus we have Bullard, Charles Evans, and Jerome Powell speaking all in the same day. As well, there's a little war going on in Europe. So far, it looks like the market's being very bullish. Also, today is end of month. So usually end of month is a very bullish day. Let's see if that comes to fruition, but let's see. But right now, we're expecting these major swings this week, and the best thing to do, let's just dive in. As far as the news, they're going to hit the bank. I don't know if this is a good idea here, guys, if you really dive into it with the SWIFT banking system, and if this happens, what happens to the dollar? So it is definitely, from what I read, will weaken the dollar. Also, you have to make note that all your companies, if you're holding like McDonald's is closing shop in Russia, all right, and you have other companies are closing up. If that happened, just know that that's extra revenue less. You have to do the minus on the revenue for that company, and so that's going to hurt your stock price for that company. Just know that. So even though it's a plus, there will be ramifications on your company because I don't know what percentage of income it gets from Russia, but if that's what happens, then just know that that will be affected at some moment in the stock price. So as far as things that I'm looking at today for a move, as far as, well, first we got to do, we did gap down today. And let me just go into it as far as, let's just go into it. As far as what today, as far as the overall markets, we're looking at the S&P 500. We're looking at Nasdaq in the middle, and we're looking at the RU2, the Russell 2000. Okay, so we had a nice rebound last week, as you can tell. But remember, bear markets don't go straight down in a line. They will go up, right? And I talked about this yesterday. They will be bought, and then what happens next? So we are below the 200-day moving average. Now, the great thing about this is that I did notice that, we're not out of the woods yet. It looks like we're going to be in a range between 4,200 and 45. Okay, because there was a lot of buyers that came into that 41.13, 41.14 to be exact, on the S&P 500. So if we zoom out here, right, and this is the S&P 500, if we just go to a weekly rate, we're right there. We're trying to recoup that 50-day moving average. So that's a plus, that's a plus. There's a lot of buyers coming in. The algos are coming in, so we're not coming straight in a straight line. The MACDs are still above zero, so that's still pretty bullish in this time frame, even though we're below the 50. If we can regain that 4411, 4500, then that's going to put us in a different place. So again, just noticing a lot of buying bots coming in, and we're still below the zero. So watch it here. This is something I'm going to keep my eye on. So I don't know if this has come to fruition, but it's telling me right here that this could be a bullish sign. Overall, I'm thinking that we'll not bullish, but I'm thinking that we're probably going to retest maybe the highs up here of 45, 4600 at some moment. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's not going to happen today, maybe in a couple of months. Now, when I see this, maybe the Fed, right, because everything that's going down on Wednesday, I think the market's coming out and saying, well, what if Chairman Powell says, hey, I think that due to current events, we're going to delay the interest rate hike, right, for another 30 days to see how this war transitions, or for further data. That is a possibility. That's his language that he has spoken before. Maybe not in that exact way, but you get the gist, right? So if that happens, that could maybe have a short-term bullishness to the market, right? So again, remember, we're looking at both sides of the coin. We don't fall in love with stocks. We fall in love with momentum. So just want to give you both sides of that coin on Wednesday. And I'm noticing because there's buyers coming in here, right? So, and this isn't the retail buyers. These are some bots being bought. And I think that is, I think we're already priced in. I think that this, if I had to really go down into it, I think that, so from a perspective, I think that the things that are not priced in, I think has two factors. Military escalation between Russia and NATO, right? This probably can cause a short-term sell-off and maybe long-term uncertainty. I don't think that this is probably least likely. The swift exclusion of Russia, this may cause short-term volatility and long-term side effects of the U.S. dollar. But I expect that this volatility will probably smooth out. Also very unlikely. So don't know. So I'm just noticing that, anyway, there's more bullishness coming out. Maybe it's end of month. We'll see. Just stay frothy. So buyers coming in here, just know those levels. I put those levels on Patreon for you, and the expectations for this week. Okay. On the NASDAQ is giving me, this is a bullish reversal sign here, right? So we're this low, and just to kind of tell you, this low is lower than that low. This low is higher than that low. So again, a little divergence on the MACDs. Let's see if we get follow through. And when we buy there, more likely it's probably going to come back to that 15,000. Let's see if that is something. So again, let's see if that is going to come to fruition. As far as the Russell's coming up a little bit and probably wants to come back to that 50-day on the dailies. Let's see. So again, maybe it's end of month buying. Okay, maybe. So getting mixed signals here. Let's look for the VIX. The VIX is on the left. Again, this is the measurement of fear in the last hour. And again, today's going to set the tone for the VIX. The VIX is still pretty high, 32% or 32, not 32%. And again, we're working our way higher than Friday. So let's see what happens here, right? So again, can we hold Friday? We start breaking down the 32, then that means fear is coming down, is less than it was Thursday and Friday. So again, a key level to watch here is going to be 33. If that starts breaking up higher, then you're probably looking at bearish trades. Anything's possible. We have a lot of unknowns out there so far, but let's see. Let's see where this sets the tone for the week. Let's see what the first hour trading provides. The Treasury note is coming down. So again, we were at 2.5. We're currently at 1.90. And this is what I mean. Let it kind of settle in this area, and let's see what happens. So I think this is probably going to chill probably till Wednesday. Okay, and then we'll take it up from there. As the futures market right now, these are the levels that I posted on Patreon for you. These are the levels here are for the week. This is for today. Okay, so these are for the week. These are for today. So 4,300 is going to be the line that I'm kind of bearish or bullish. But we did gap down. Are we going to fill that gap today? Possibly. End of month buying? Possibly. Let's see. Or do we roll over? 4,300 is going to be the line in the sand for us. So let's see. Right now we are at 42.23. This is the S&P 500, and this is the 15 and the hourly. So we're really close to the hourlies here on the 50-day moving average, and pretty far away here at 42.88. 42.33 is going to put us 43.21. Sorry, it's going to put me right. It's going to put us right there. So it's going to be closer to the 50-day. Let's see what happens here, because that is going to put us in a nice scenario, guys. 43 is going to put us right in the ballpark of the 50-day moving average and the hourlies, and the ballpark on the 50-day moving average. So on the 15-day, it's a 15-day time frame, and the hourly time frame, we're going to be close to that 50. So again, this is where we love to trade here, guys. High probability. We just need to know what direction. So what I'm going to do is basically be looking for calls and puts above and below. And more than likely, this is also going to pay attention on the spiders, right? On the SPY, SPY. So let's look at that. And that will probably be a play for today. Levels on the bottom, if you're trading this, definitely going to have to take out the highs of 43.85. If I got to draw that, let me draw it in right now. So this will be a level up here, 43.85. If we can take that out, we're probably going to go into this area right here, maybe 44.30 to 44.45, and then we got 44.91. Is that a possibility? Don't know, but anything's possible. Stay frosty. On the bottom side, we definitely got, if it starts taking that out, 42.71 is probably one there. 42.23, and definitely we have 41.17. So watch that. Okay, let's dive in. Bitcoin, rallying nicely, hanging around that 50. We're getting a little bit of a divergence. Is this finally the bottom? Don't know. We're flirting with the 50. All moving averages are consolidating. Is it coming to the end? Let's see if the MACDs can curl and break through and break above 50, break the 50. Then that is a possibility for Bitcoin, right? But we are on the bottom range, as I stated before. I think Bitcoin is going sideways between 29,000 and 64,000. So we are at the bottom range of this. So if you're a long-term investor, you might want to look at that. Long-term investor on the 50-day. There's a lot of lines up here. All right, I don't know. 50-day, we are breaking below zero on the weeklies. So again, let it base. Is this a basing pattern? On the monthlies, again, MACD's broke, so it probably looks like it probably wants to pull back a little bit or stay in this range for maybe a couple more months. So let's see. I don't think it's going to fly, but anything's possible. But let's see. MicroStrategy forming a base, just like Bitcoin. Let's see if Bitcoin base breaks through, MicroStrategy might be a play for long term, because this can go up with Bitcoin because this thing is has a lot of Bitcoin. Ethereum holding steady. Is this finally a base? So we don't know if that's a basing pattern yet, but keep an eye on it. It looks like it. It's showing me the same kind of remarks all across the board. As far as the plays for today, let's take a look. And again, guys, if you're going to play, remember, you only need one or two. You don't need a whole bunch. So I'm just going to look for something here. Let me see. These are the potential movers. So again, as you know, we're trading off the 50-day moving average in a 15-minute time frame. We don't care which way it goes, but again, we're pretty far away. We're probably going to come back to the 50 on all three. Google right at the 50 pre-market, so it can probably run either way. So on top, we got 2,700. If it takes out 2,700, let's take a look here. It can probably run, right? So Google right there at that 50. If I go into an hourly, do we have it at the 50 on the hourlies? Close. So that might be a load the boat scenario if we can get it down to 2,600. Keep an eye on it. Looks like it wants weakness on the hourlies. On the 50-minute time frame, let's take a look. Right there, weakness. So it's probably gonna work its way a little lower, 26.34. And then it's probably got these lows here of 25.64. Looks like it wants to break down. See if this reverses. It might bounce here and maybe bounce and maybe go higher. So it can go either way here. But watch it at maybe the 50. Watch it on the hourlies too, because it could be a load to boat type of moment. So Google's one. Amazon looking good. Let's watch Amazon. I'm going to watch that there. Tesla looking good. ISRG and CMG. All right, so let's go over here. Let's go here. Let's go to Amazon. And I'm going to just go to the hourlies right there. You got the 15 minutes. All right, let's go to Amazon. All right, too far away from the 50, so no load the boat here. We're seeing some weakness here, so let's see if that can pull back. If it pulls back to 2,900, we're in a range here in Amazon, so just want to know, look at the ranges. It's 2,700 to 3,000, so you have nice ranges on Amazon. Gap down, let's see what happens here. Looking like a little weakness here on the 50-minute time frame pre-market. Anything can change in the next 30-some minutes, but if it pulls back, it could probably go to 2,983, currently 3,000. So watch it here. Again, let it set up properly. Let it show you pick a direction, but it's at the 50-day moving average in the 15-minute time frame. Now, if this drops, notice that on the hourlies, it could probably go to maybe 29.78, which puts me at the same level of right in there. It's right at the lows here. So if that happens, this might be, it's not a load the boat moment, but watch it, because if you get that there, it breaks through, or is it going to bounce right here? So it looks bullish. It looks like there's been a lot of buying. This is a lot of buying pressure up here. So let's see if it can come back and retest maybe. Watch it right here. Anything's possible, just news related. We looked at Tesla. Ooh, okay. Tesla's being bought, guys. So at the 50, close to the 50 on the hourlies. Tesla's being bought. Okay. Keep an eye on Tesla, guys. This might be ready. If it can take out 820, 827 for sure, it's going to run to about 840, 845. It's got some headwinds at 856. So it's got all these headwinds up here. Just know that 950, it's pretty hard. It's still there. 950. So again, Tesla's one of those companies that does not stay below 700 very, very long, or stay in the 700s very long. As you can tell, this was Thursday. It opened at 695 and immediately got bought up. So just know the patterns here. And then end of the day was above 800. It's one of those stocks, does not stay below 800 very, very long. It's gobbled up a lot. So, and I know that from the past here when it was right here. It was below 700 like briefly, and it got bought up. So watch it. If it can take out 827 is going to run. It's going to run. It got 950 on top. So 827, watch it. If it can go, it's probably going to run. So that might be an opportunity there. Watch the MACDs to curl. Watch that one. ISRG. And on Tesla, just put those calls and puts on the buy time, especially if you're brand new. Buy yourself some time. Don't be cheap. Buy the extra time. Buy less. Know your risk profile. Buy that. Okay. ISRG ran too much, right? It ran 50. This is when I'm talking about the 50-day moving average, guys. So this is a perfect example. This was on Fridays. I didn't take this trade. Unfortunately, this was Friday. This was Thursday. Okay, so this is Friday, Thursday. So on Thursday, we had a run right there. So we got the 50-day right around that 1 o'clock, right around 280. This is what I'm talking about. It ran. It gave you a little heads up here that it was doing it, and then they just kept running. And this was around 276. If you waited 280, you would have nice profits at 294. Again, this is ISRG. Let it pull back. It's still running. It's coming to the end on the hourlies. Let it pull back, set up. Maybe it can bounce here, but 293 is going to be pretty hard. All right, Amazon just went negative. All right, let's see a CMG. Right at that 50. Let's see what happens. Can they hold? So right now we have it both. It's setting up right at that 1478, 1480. It can go either way. So this is another one, load the boat, right? We just need to know what direction it's going to go. So again, this is going to move big. Just don't know what direction. Again, a lot of movers is that you don't need to trade them all. Just pick 1, 2, 3, structure it, execute, and manage. It can go calls or puts either way, but if you know this is going to move big. Okay. So on top, a lot of headwinds here. We need to take out Friday's highs of 1,500. Nice round number. Is that going to happen today? 1476, 1480 is going to be either way. Looks a little bit weakness pre-market. Not super weak pre-market, 15-minute time frame. But let's see how it reacts. And we'll see. We'll see which way the markets go. All right, let's look at the overall. Okay, we have some time. All right, let's look at here. Anything here we want to see? Guys, if you want me to see something, put it in the chat. Let me know, and I'll look at it as well. Okay, Goldman Sachs weak this morning. That's not good for the overall S&P 500. So let's see. Okay, let's see that one. Coming to the end here. Netflix might be one. Let's look at Netflix. Roku, 137. NVIDIA. There was a lot of things on NVIDIA and hacking this weekend. I didn't get to read the news, but it was not positive. But it doesn't look like it was too positive. Too bad. All right. Mercado Libre working its way higher. Apple. We got to watch Apple. If Apple can regain 170, then the market, that's pretty bullish for the markets. Shopify. All right. Let's look at Netflix. All right, Netflix at the 50, weakness, right? Oh, look at its headwind up here. 392, stupid hard on Netflix. All right, what do I mean? That there's a lot of selling up here. A lot of selling, right? 392, stupid hard. What do I mean by that? When it goes up there, it's either going to break through or is it going to sell off, right? And if you know the sell-off, look at the sell-off. 392, and it sells off to about 25 points, 20 points, right? 392 sells off. 392. So it's really hard. Watch it. Just kind of going sideways. So 392 will probably be a level that you're going to watch. I'm going to add the alert up there. So again, just letting me know 392. If it breaks through, it's probably going to go. But looks like it probably wants to pull back here. Again, let it pull back. Again, set up the trades nicely. All right. If you want to wait. And remember, you want to pick quality, not quantity in your trades, right? So giving you a lot, you do not need to trade every day. Pick the ones that you want, quality. Give yourself an allowance of maybe 3 trades a day, a week, maybe 10 trades, and pick quality. Again, the ones that I would like you to trade is trade them at the 50 on the hourlies, trade them at the 50 on the 15. When you see them both there, load the boat, right? Or if you want to like take at the 50-minute time frame, do that. Remember, it's all about P&L report. Okay. Netflix. So we got that one. What else did I said something else? Shopify, maybe Shopify. All right, let's look at Shopify. Okay, so Shopify sold off pretty hard, really, really hard, right? So I mean, it's hard. This thing got hammered. Is it the end? All right, so this is the opposite. Let's start thinking about hedge fund. Is this the end? Right, 686 to get it better. This can run. The opposite end. 574 bottom. A lot of buyers come in. Seeing a divergence here again. So for an investor, I don't like it so far. As a trader, I do like it. It's coming to the end. We have a lot of movement here from 635. It's winding up. So there's a big move here coming up. All right. If it can take out 678, 686, it's definitely going to go to 700. Right. Yeah. I mean, next level up, guys, is right there. 750. Woof. 750. That's if the market turns bullish. 750, guys. That's huge. I mean, you guys see this? If you see it, let me know. Do you see this right here? Stupid hard. 685. If we take that out, we're at the 50. This starts curling over. Next level up is 750. Look at the 750 calls. Look at the 800 calls this week. Just put them on your list. Put them on the list. That's, guys, if you hear me, there's 10 people on. Write down the comments. Just put on the list. Tell me, like if the market's bullish today, if the markets if the buy programs come on today, I'm excited about this. It's got to take out 686 though. Is it worth it? Do your risk profile. Whatever it's worth. How much is that worth to you? That might be something exciting, but it can go either way. It's right there. It's literally right there. Anyway, so that's might be one I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to entertain that one today. All right. And then we'll look at spiders as well. Apple. Roku. All right, so Shopify might be expensive. Look at Roku because I'm thinking I'm seeing the same thing here on Roku. Not as quite, but okay. So this one I mean, Roku got hammered, right? Hammered, just like Shopify. And again, so we're seeing like this was a bait. Not really exactly Shopify, but we're seeing buying coming in. How high is it gonna go? I don't know. Not crazy about this because it had a move. It might pull back here to 128. It looks like it wants to pull back. So they're a little different, but similar. Cool. Apple, because everybody likes Apple. Apple's close. Look at that. 50, 163. So if you want to trade something like Apple, you can. It's close. It's going to move. It's got 165 on top. Right there. If, again, with two slides of the coins. If Apple goes down, that means the SPA is going to go down. So this is probably going to go down, maybe retest the lows of 152. If it does that, it can give you a nice basing pattern. Let's see what it looks like on the dailies. Okay, so we have a nice double bottom. Oh, look at that. Apple. Oh, see, this is good. From an investor point of view, look at this. 200-day moving average 151 got bought at the 200-day moving average, right? So on an investor point of view, and Apple very rarely stays below the 200-day moving average. They stayed below there in 2018 when the interest rate hike, and then they changed their mind. But very rarely, so it got bought up at 151. Again, so it's good to know from different perspectives and know where the 200-day moving average, because it's probably going to be bought. The algo's buy there. Okay, but that's from an investor point of view, guys, 151. From a trader point of view, again, if I put on my trader hat, Beyond Chart's trader hat, that's what we're doing. Let's see when the high reacts at 161. It's got to take out 165. If it breaks down, it's probably going to retest somewhere these lows. 150. Remember, it's being bought at 151, 151. So it's being bought. So know that level. But that's Apple. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster, see if I can find something else. Shopify, Apple, maybe NVIDIA. Let's look at NVIDIA because there's a lot of bad news that came on NVIDIA. Oh, okay, NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA's at the 50, guys. Look at that. 231, 239. This can go either way. If that bad news, if they start selling it at the open, again, doesn't look like the hourly. The hourly looks kind of bullish. It's going to hold at 230. Has to take out 241. Next level up in NVIDIA is going to be that 250, 253. Let's see if it can regain here on the 50-minute time frame, or is it going to break down? If it starts breaking down, then we'll see. But we got them both. Okay, calls and puts on this if you're looking at this. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go real quick because we're getting close. These are my trade desk. Looks good at 82. See how it reacts there. Affirm, $38. Is it going to take it back down? A lot of buying came in on Friday. Upstart, HubSpot. So the warm and fuzzies, what I'm getting from the market, guys, is that Putin is the bad guy. That's the narrative. And look, I'm not going to get into like opinions, but I'm just giving you the narrative. Putin's a bad guy. Okay, that's what the media's selling. And he's bad. Market, the world's coming together. And the overall markets are seeing this is somewhat positive. Okay, that they're going to take him out. And maybe Z's next. Maybe. And communism is over, right? Hail capitalism. That's to happen. But we don't know it. There's also a probability of nuclear war. Is that going to happen? Don't know. But just know the stories out there, narrative, and just see how the market reacts. We definitely have a lot of reaction this week. So again, there's going to be huge moves this week. So Zoom announces earnings today. I believe bookings winding, ServiceNow, and Coinbase is winding up. Ooh, Coinbase. Let's do Coinbase. Oh, we got a winner. Coinbase right there. 173, 175 is going to move. Now, how is it going to move? It's probably going to go to maybe 187, 169, or 155. Definitely intermediate. There's a lot of selling at 200. There's no 200. It's going to be huge. 187 is huge. So watch it. It can move either way. It's been winding up since Friday. Look at that, Friday, right? Winding up. A lot of selling. It's gonna move. Right? Give yourself time on this. All right, I'm gonna go into the spiders real quick. So I said in the Patreon, I'm gonna help you guys with the spiders. SPY, the S&P 500. Let's see where we're at. All right, spiders right at that 427, 428. We're getting close here. It's going to move, right? So remember, 1 point on spiders is 10 points on XPX. So if you want to measure that, that's how it works. But again, it can go either way. Are we going to go to 438 or are we going to go to 425? I think those are the levels for today. Let's see. Let's look at the QQQs. QQQs. Again, we gapped down. Can it regain that 343? Looks like it wants to rally a little weaker here, pre-market, but anything's possible. 343, 336. So watch the Qs. We're going to watch 346 and 337. I think that's the range for today. Again, it's in a range bound today, right? It's going to move. This was remember, and this is what I mean. We rallied, we topped out. Looks a little weakness, but we're range bound on the top. So again, we could be in a range for a day, and tomorrow it could break out. So if you don't want to get caught, we'll look for the ranges here. If you want to take the quick trade off the 50 down, that's fine, and just lock it in. But we are going to be probably going to be sideways consolidation today, unless some news hits the market. That's what I'm looking at for today. IWM, again. Rule right there on the 50, and again range bound. We rallied, and then it just probably needs a day of rest. Let's see what happens. 199, 200, 201. This was a nice play on Friday. This was the play on Friday. You said it was going to go up. MACDs look weak. Let's see what happens here. Weak on the hourlies. Again, we not don't force trades. Doesn't look sexy. Let it looks weak. Looks weak. It probably needs to pull back a little bit. That's my take on this. Not like it's gonna move today, but we never know. So set it up. But IWM looks, I like it right there. That 200. 200 is a round number. Can I break 200? Having a hard time above 201. 201 is pretty hard. But anything's possible. Watch again. Here's the play, guys. So if the market, and this is how you know. So we're gonna be looking at the VIX, right? See which way it goes as a clue. Look at the overall markets, the S&P 500. Look at the Nasdaq. If you see those rallying, and this is my setup here, and this is why when I look at it, I look at these, right? And I'm kind of very easy for me to glance. I'll see if these guys are rallying. If they're rallying, then I'm going to ask, well, who's moving these markets? Well, Google, Amazon, are the FANGs, Tesla, are these moving it? Okay, that's how I get into the play. And then if it's Google, we know Google and Amazon moves the market. Amazon's right there is winding up, guys. So that's another one too. As far as plays, as far as like you can look at defense stocks too. That I forgot, I wrote them down. Here are a few hackers, right? Because that's the biggest thing right now that everybody's talking about. So here are some hacker plays that you can probably look at. It's PANW, and I'm going to show you from an investor point of view. Again, moving pre-market. Moving, and there's a lot of buying coming in here. These are the companies that are going to prevent hacking. As Palo Alto Networks, and looks good. I'm going to look at it from a different point of view from here. And so you want to write this down if you're looking for something to invest. And again, you want to get it close to the 50. It's running on the dailies. It just ran right, pretty hard on top at 573, but it could run. If you're looking to trade it, then we're going to be looking at let it come back to the 50. Too far away on both sides here. Okay, so I'm going to look at the 15-minute time frame. Let it come back to the 50, 563, pulling back. Let's see. Don't chase it. That's PNW. Okay, the other one you want to look at is ZS. And these are all hackers, right? Or hacking companies. Again, this one's better at the 15-minute time frame. Hourlies, let it pull back. 234 is going to be hard. Again, 234. If it takes that out, it can probably go to 264. From a daily perspective, we're looking at this one. This one looks better. It had earnings. It could rally. Maybe this one could probably head up. Definitely 273. That might be a buy, or it can maybe come back up to the 50. Remember, these are hacking companies, Zcar. So if there's a threat of hacking, these are the ones that are going to do well. Net is another one, NET. So if you're looking from a daily perspective, Net looks perfect right there. Again, looks like their investors are coming back into it. Fresh out of MACDs, if this can break out. And this is from an investor point of view, guys. Investing. Trading looks good. It probably can run. So on the hourlies, we have them both. Not quite there yet, but it looks like it can run. If it takes 110, it's probably going to run. So we got Net, Cloudflare. The other one that we have is CrowdStrike, CRWD. And again, looking at that one as well. Right there, CrowdStrike, hammered. But again, hacking looks like it can probably go. And it's right there. So again, 183, 182 looks good from an investor point of view. And then from here, it's got to take out 186. Looks exactly like Net. They have almost the same identical. But again, these are the ones that I feel like institutions are going to start buying. So yeah, we're right there. So one is 108. Gave you a couple right there. All right, guys, that's all we got. It is 9:09. All right. Guys, get ready for the week. It's going to be an amazing, amazing week. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, it's going to be an amazing, amazing week, guys. So trade what you want. XPX, NDX, QQQs. You're going to have a major, major swings. On the Patreon, you have if you want to log on or support the Patreon page, and for those you have access, you can go on to the link. It's at the bottom here, and it's only I think for as low as $5. You can have that. It's a monthly, but it's all in there as well. And some nice, but there's gonna be some juicy moves to here this week. Hang tight, sit, don't overtrade. Watch your risk profile, and let's make some money together. All right, go out there, go get it. And if you haven't liked, subscribe yet, please do so. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. Take care.